What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another very important weather forecast. We have a very intense mega winter storm that is impacting northeastern New Mexico, southeastern Colorado, including for far western Kansas that could dump feet of snowfall. In fact, there could be a couple of areas that could see up to several feet of snowfall in a matter of hours as blizzard conditions, strong winds, and very intense snowfall rates impact these areas. In fact, the National Weather Service in Albuquerque, New Mexico has issued blizzard warnings for northeastern New Mexico due to intense snowfall rates combined with very strong winds that could reduce visibilities down to mere feet at times. But also, we have winter storm warnings surrounding the blizzard warnings in northeastern New Mexico due to the heavy snowfall that is anticipated with this winter storm. So now the question really remains, who's going to get the heaviest snowfall and how long will it last for your location? Also, we're going to be looking at the threat for severe weather for Texas and Oklahoma because the Storm Prediction Center has issued a slight risk for severe weather for southwestern and western Texas. But pretty much this slight risk is driven by all of the severe weather perimeters, tornadoes, damaging winds, and large hail. But more on that in just a little bit. Let's talk about the heavy snow first because that's going to be the biggest concern with this winter storm as it really develops this afternoon all the way through early tomorrow morning. In fact, tomorrow for most of the day for northeastern New Mexico and much of eastern Colorado, it is looking like a whiteout is going to be taking place. So here's a look at the HRRR for this afternoon. You can see all the blue on your screen there all the way into southwestern or southeastern Colorado into northern New Mexico. You're talking about the heaviest snowfall. There will be times where we do see whiteout conditions along to go with 50 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts potentially out of the southerly and southwesterly direction. Actually out of the northwesterly direction, my bad, because that's where the ridge is, the high pressure center over Colorado. But this is going to continue to escalate. By tomorrow early morning for your morning commute, this is right around about 4 to 5 in the morning. So if you are commuting very early in the morning, some of you do, just keep in mind the snowfall rates are going to be pretty insane. But not only that, if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you might want to really watch for severe weather because there is a line of strong thunderstorms that do propagate towards the east. Mainly a damaging wind threat would be the likely outcome of this scenario. Also some really intense rainfall and maybe a few spin-ups or two along that line that moves across the state line of Texas into, say, western Oklahoma. But this system is going to get even stronger and even more dynamic. By tomorrow early morning, actually more of the mid to late morning hours, this is right around, say, 10 to 11 o'clock in the morning hours, depending on your time zone. All that blue is really, really serious. That is some really heavy snowfall with snowfall rates exceeding 6 inches an hour. That's enough to really cause whiteout conditions, spin out, and a lot of problems on the roadway. And look at this. This continues all the way through your evening commute for your Friday. This is again tomorrow afternoon, and all that blue literally hasn't moved very much. So again, northeastern New Mexico, north of Albuquerque, New Mexico, and southeastern and eastern Colorado going to be in some serious trouble here. Very heavy snowfall. We could even see some mix, a snowfall rain mix here, even some sleet in the mix along that boundary where we have the cooler air moving in behind the warmer air aloft. This is a dynamic system, so we could have some intermittent sleet and some rain snow mix here at times, and there's a couple of areas in the valleys where we might get a couple, maybe about a hundredth or two, maybe a glaze of freezing rain perhaps. And that system continues all the way through early Saturday morning where it can bring light to moderate heavy snowfall still for Denver, Colorado. So it's not looking good tomorrow. In fact, you should not even go to work tomorrow because the snowfall rates are just going to be insane. Now, of course, we do got to watch for severe weather tomorrow because there is a marginal risk for thunderstorms over Oklahoma and northern Texas tomorrow. And that is because we do have showers and thunderstorms that do pop up along that cold frontal boundary. You can see all of this heavy rainfall. We could have some large hail with this too, because we have some steepening lapse rates and enough instability and lift in the atmosphere to trigger those storms. We even have a couple of isolated discrete cells to the northeast portion of Oklahoma. So this is going to be the area where we're really going to need to watch closely for tomorrow for severe weather too into tomorrow evening. So now the question is, how much snowfall could you see out of this powerful winter storm? Yes, it's not looking good. Okay, and I'm here smiling because what you're about to see is pretty bad. It's not good at all. So let's move this forward, and as we go throughout the next 23 hours, I mean, this really accumulates, and this is through the next 2 days. So we're going all the way through Saturday early morning, and some areas here could see a couple of feet of snowfall, and does not surprise me, some localized areas here where you're prone to heavy snowfall accumulations, you might see 3 to 5 feet of snowfall, and that doesn't seem like a lot, but that is literally almost as tall as I am. I'm about 5'9", and that is literally up to about my forehead, or maybe a little bit lower than that. Just to put that into perspective, that's quite a bit of snowfall combined with strong winds. There will be most certainly some of the worst blizzard conditions that this portion of Colorado has seen in many years, perhaps. Not only that, northeastern New Mexico could also see several feet of snowfall for the highest elevations. You might see as much as 3 to 5 feet of snowfall. Some of the valleys, depending on where you're at, you might only see up to maybe a foot or less of snowfall. But the winds are going to be strong, and that's what we're really concerned about. In fact, you take a look at the wind gust forecast. This is a swath over the next couple of days. You can see some of these wind gusts here between 50 to 65, maybe 70 miles an hour. That's enough to bring down trees, power lines, whiteout conditions. It's a day to just kind of stay home for tomorrow, because the wind, the snow, the colder temperatures going to really add on to the bite of those temperatures. In fact, your apparent temperature for tomorrow, because of how strong those winds are going to be, look at the temperatures, what it might feel like overnight. In the single digits to some isolated areas might feel like -1 to -6 degrees perhaps. But anyways, if you did find this video really helpful, detailed, and informative, please don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the like button, and share this video with your family and friends on social media. I will do all I can to keep you all updated on this horrific winter storm. I should even say terrific, but you know, horrific winter storm, blizzard conditions. Please be safe, folks, and make sure you have your flashlights, food, and water ready just in case if you do lose your power. All right, that's going to do it with this video. Thank you all for watching.